Hey, sissy. I'm not camming today. I'm really just trying to show this court case because it's about to be crazy. Oh, how I go from 1 to 3 in the queue? Yeah, I had to make an outfit or get an outfit for the event tonight. So I flew out late. Like I flew out at 8. And then I needed to like put a load of clothes in the dryer. I needed to pee. I needed to do all that before I got back in here. And yeah. I need to fix my TikTok canvas and I don't know how to do that. Hey, Ange. Multi-streaming, vertical stream. That's TikTok chat. Hey, Royal. Hey, Ange. How are y'all? I can't believe I'm sitting in queue like this. This is crazy. I guess I still gotta snipe the queue. I got cocky with my what is it? With my prio. I got cocky with that. Let me make sure I'm sniping the queue next time. I'm good, sissy. How are you? I have a little bit. Oh my god, I'm in queue too. I was like 3, now I'm 6. Like, hello. What? Really? My TikTok canvas is crazy because I normally have a camera up and now I don't. And I'm not doing it on TikTok Live Studio because it always is a problem. So now I'm looking at TikTok right now and yeah, it has like my video up. Like I need to fix it, but I don't know how to fix it. Like I need to fix it, I just don't know how. Like, how am I supposed to fix that? TikTok, I will be right back, okay? Is it still on TikTok? Okay, I don't think it is. I think it ended. It says I'm still live though. That's super weird. Yeah, it still says I'm live. That's so weird. Yeah, I'm finally getting in now. Canvas. Why is it doing that? OBS, please. Please don't make this harder than it ever needs to funky fucking be. Like Yes, vertical stream. So it should be this vertical stream that I got here. Okay, there it is. I think it's working now. Hey, TikTok, can y'all hear me? I'm still in queue. I'm finna crash out. Now, I'm trying to figure out how you still in queue and the Friday night party has begun. Hey, Highway. Welcome in. I'm trying to figure out if people on TikTok can hear me because I need to know. Y'all can hear me on Twitch, right? Y'all can hear me on the purple app. This is my outfit for the white party, sissy. I just feel like I need to do my hair. I'm so tired of walking around with this hair. I feel like y'all really should have changed y'all hair. Highway, can y'all hear me on the black app? Okay, you said you can. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not showing my face today. I'm just not. Even in RP, it's kind of better that you don't show your face because your chart talks for you. So sometimes it's better that you don't show your face. I'm not doing it today. I'm just not. Oh my God, my big sis looks so good. Yes, change your hair. Y'all really should have changed your hair. Thank you for the heart, me Highway. So y'all, in this episode, Sissy's calling me. Hey, Sissy.
Hi, Sissy. I'm just calling to tell you that me and your son are at Pill with Morgie, waiting for her to give birth.
Okay, so he's not coming to court?
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna head to court now.
Okay.
So luckily, y'all, the clothing store is right around the corner from my job, the courthouse. I probably should have changed my clothes, so I'll just do that in the courthouse real quick because I'm running late. I believe my sister called me. So give me 1 second. Let me call her back. Recent. Yeah, she called me. She's probably like, Sissy, where are you?
I'm on my way to you. My feet.
I done ran to the courthouse because it's right around the corner.
You already did? I was coming back for the court. I need to see you. Where you at? Bye.
This cue finna make me crash out. All right, Sissy, cover me. I'm gonna change right here in a bush.
Okay. That's what I did last time too.
I'm gonna change right here in a bush. This is so ghetto, y'all, but like this is nothing compared to SAG because they would literally have us pooping and peeing outside. Swear to God. This is nothing compared to SAG. Judge Diamond. Let's change into that. Boom. She ready. Or whatever. Okay, my hunger is low. My thirst is low. You ready, Sissy?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm going to grab something to eat. I'm going to grab something to drink before we get in here. They're not starting right at 8, right? Like we had time to get in?
Yeah, everybody here though.
Everybody's here? Okay, bet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to run the hell up in here. I'm going to get me some frosted lemonade.
Yeah, yo. Mm-hmm.
And we can go right in.
Yep, everybody just went in too. Yep.
Okay, bet. I am here. Hey, bro. Got a court hearing, a big hearing. I need to put my push to talk on so y'all can hear me and they can't sometimes. Good evening.
I'm sorry, Chief. Yeah, I'm up here at the courthouse. Getting ready to bailiff this case. What were you saying?
All right, I'm going to put my shout on, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Judge, would you like everybody to remain seated right now?
Yes, everyone can remain seated right now. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all should be able to hear me here on live, but you may not be able to, or they won't be able to hear me in the courtroom. I have my push to talk on so that I can talk to y'all outside of what's going on here in the courtroom. So right now, everybody is like waiting. This is a really big case. The defendant is back here. I don't know if y'all can see him, but he is in the back next to the woman with the green hair. He's sitting next to her. That's the defendant. He basically was outside of an ammo store selling what she's saying is Major Mist, which is a cologne, and it is completely legal to sell that. However, there was a Officer Mike Larry, who actually got the ping that there was a drug sale going on. So he made his way there to the scene, and once he made his way to the scene, he saw that young man in the back doing hand-to-hand contact. So that was probable cause for him to arrest and search, and so much was found on this man. A lot of drugs. Yes, ma'am. A lot of drugs.
Were y'all starting already?
If you need me, we can talk really quick. It doesn't matter.
Oh, no. I wanted you to come in the chamber so that they can be like, all rise for the honorable.
Okay, we can do that.
You guys started already. I'm sorry.
We can do that. That's fine. That's more professional.
Are you ready?
I didn't know she was ready to start even. I was waiting on it too.
That's so cute. I love that. All right, I'm putting my shouting on so that they can hear me. Hey, Sierra. So cute.
You may all be seated.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Judge.
All right, this is the Avon Barksdale case, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, where is the defendant?
He's in the galley, Your Honor.
All right, sir, can you step up front?
You can step next to us.
All right, we have about 25 counts. There's 1 count of fraud, 24 counts of possession with, I'm sorry. It looks like, give me 1 second. Let me open this up. Y'all, I have to open up this count because I don't even have that open. I need to open up his charges, which, like, he has a lot of charges. Criminal possession of firearm, 24 counts of that. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I have 24 counts of criminal possession of a firearm and 1 count of possession of controlled substance with intent to distribute. And you're pleading not guilty, correct? The defendant is pleading not guilty?
Go on, show.
Correct. Yeah, not guilty.
Yes.
Yes, not guilty.
All right, these are some hefty charges, and a lot of evidence is stacked up against you, Mr. Barksdale.
At this point, we let the attorneys do their opening statement and present their case.
Perfect. So your opening statement?
I will start with prosecution.
You said opening statement?
Yes, the state prosecution.
Good evening, Your Honor. What you're about to hear over the course of this trial is not a story of mistaken identity. It is not a misunderstanding. This is a case about a deliberate criminal enterprise about a man who armed himself and enriched himself and placed the public at risk in the process. The defendant, Mr. Avon Barksdale, did not just have a few weapons. He possessed an arsenal, over 23 illegal firearms, high-capacity magazines, multiple rounds of dangerous ammunition, and tactical gear. And he didn't keep these items locked away for sport or collection. He kept them ready, accessible.
Hey,
with
Venus.
drugs,
Hey,
and for
Scrap.
currency. You will see through direct photo evidence of that arsenal. You will hear testimony from law enforcement officers where Mr. Barksdale in public conducting illegal activity in plain sight. The defense may try to convince you that Mr. Barksdale was simply misunderstood or overcharged. They may suggest this is about a flash of images or online bravado, but make no mistake, this is about an intentional, coordinated, and sustained criminal conduct: fraud, narcotics, and firearms trafficking. The state will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Barksdale violated the law not once, but repeatedly and systematically. And at the end of this case, we will ask you to a verdict supported by the facts. Guilty on all counts.
All right, defense.
Bear with me. Just bear with me.
No problem.
Good evening, Judge Bugger Diamond in court. I am attorney Andy Johnston, and we are here to prove that my client, Avon Barksdale, is not guilty of all charges. We are going to show that my client should have never been arrested or searched. In this case, the DA is going to tell you that an officer has the right to search you if he or she sees a hand-to-hand transaction. We are going to show that that is simply impossible, as the city currently only have hand-to-hand transaction dealing with food, drinks. We will call 3 witnesses today, Your Honor. Anthony Mitchell, who's the gun store owner, Officer Mike Larry, who is the arresting police officer, and Chief Miami Major, Chief of Police. Mr. Mitchell will tell you that the video in question is to be true and authenticated. Next, we will call Officer Mike Larry to discuss the arrest that happened on Monday. And
Thank y'all so
finally,
much
you
for
will
the
hear from
check-ins.
Chief
I hear y'all. I
Miami
see
Major
y'all. I'm just
about the training process of officers. In conclusion, we hope
I'm
to
the
show you
judge, so I
that
gotta make sure I pay
with
attention.
evidence, there were multiple errors with problem calls in this, and we hope to see that you would clear him of all charges.
All right, and you say you have witnesses to corroborate this? All right, do you want to bring your first witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prosecution, there will be cross-examination, correct?
Most definitely.
Troy can't wait to do this.
Let's see. We're gonna start off with Chief Miami. No, we gotta start with Ant.
Thank you, Simcraft. I appreciate that.
Your Honor, we'd like to call Anthony Mitchell to the stand.
Other side, yeah.
Your Honor, can we get a brief second? He is here. We just gotta get him in the courthouse. Maybe having trouble getting in.
No problem. We have a few moments. That's fine.
And this is, you can direct him to sit
Right over
to the
here.
right of you. Okay.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you so much, Chief.
You're doing a great job.
Your Honor,
Thank you, Chief.
Your Honor.
Yes, Mrs. Johnson.
Hi, there's a witness in the air in behind us. I was wondering if the witness cannot is is it allowed that the witness can hear any other testimony?
Is he a part of the trial? Is he one of
Yes.
your witnesses that you will be?
Yes.
I'm sure that's fine if he's going to be testifying as well.
Okay.
Bailiff, do you need to swear the witness in?
Yes. Bailiff,
All
you
right.
swear the witness.
So, y'all, he's about to be sworn in. This is
One
Anthony
second here while I
Mitchell.
find my Bible here.
He's also the server owner, so a part of his a part of some evidence or footage that was presented in the defense's case is authenticated by
Excuse me, where's
the
my lawyer?
owner. Sky Banks would be your attorney, correct?
They said this. Oh. Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Alrighty. At this time, can you raise your right hand for me and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the court of law here?
I solemnly swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth in the court of law here.
Alright, thank you so much, sir.
Would you mind going on shout for me, Anthony? Please?
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Would you mind stating your name for the record?
Anthony Mitchell.
And Anthony Mitchell, do you have an employee named Anthony Boxdale that works at the gun store?
Correct.
And you are the owner of the gun store?
Correct.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Prosecution, do you plan to cross-examine this witness?
Yeah, I have no questions now. I'd like to be subject to recall if needed.
Yeah.
All
you know
right.
better.
No problem. Mr. Mitchell, you may be seated.
You knew better to ask me no damn question, nigga.
Your Honor? Could you caution that witness, please?
Next witness, please.
Your Honor, I'd like the record to see the remark that witness just made on the way out.
What did he say?
Our next witness will be Chief Miami Major.
Oh, yeah. You need to address that, Judge.
All right, I'm sorry. Bailiff, can you come close to me for a second? I'm so sorry. Give me one moment.
Yes.
What happened?
Yeah, so just then when the witness was walking away, yeah, I'm gonna whisper.
Okay. Okay,
so
that's
just
fine.
then when he was walking away, he's like, yeah, you knew not to ask me no questions, you bitch ass nigga.
Oh.
You
That's-
want to caution
that's-
him?
That's
and
what he was
let
saying
him-
he
Cuss it in your
wanted.
courtroom.
That's what he was saying he wanted to bring to the attention.
Okay.
So I'm scared for y'all to approach.
Really quick, Chief Justice. 1 second.
Mhm.
Now, how is that handled usually?
I was
You
just
wanna
gonna
hop
say,
in-
should I hold
hop
him
in,
in
Judge?
contempt for
In
it?
contempt, you can, or you can caution him and let him know, like, as the you can
Right.
caution him to give him like a warning, or you
Okay.
can hold him in contempt.
I'll
It's
do
your
the
own me.
warning for now.
So just make sure you say
Thank you,
it like you
Chief.
verbalize.
You gotta flex them powers.
So y'all, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to warn Mr. Mitchell. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, Mr. Mitchell. Could you come forward, please? Mr.
Anthony?
Mitchell, could you come forward, please? Mr. Mitchell, it's been noted that the courtroom has heard you speak some foul language on your way back. I would caution you to not use that language in the courtroom or we'll have to hold you in contempt.
All right, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No problem. All right, I do apologize, Candy. Go right ahead.
Good evening, Chief Miami Major. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling blessed and highly favored.
Y'all, Chief is
Can you
hilarious.
state your name for the record, please?
Yes, I'm Chief Miami Nicole Major.
And how long you been in a police officer?
I've been an officer for on and off about 10 years.
And how long you been chief in the city?
I've been chief of the city of Diamond District for 3 to 4 weeks.
And what is your hiring process as a chief
Get her, bro.
of the police?
Get her. Get my sister together,
As
bro.
chief of PD, everyone has to submit an application through our website online. From there, I typically analyze applications to ensure that they are of the best quality. And people who have experience, or if they don't have experience, that they're, open to learn. They come into the emails and schedule with me, and I meet with that applicant. I search
Okay,
them to
Sissy,
make
I
sure
see
they
you.
don't
Thank
have
you for
any
coming in.
illegals or anything. It's just very thorough process that I go through.
Okay.
If they pass all of that, then we carry on.
What are the different phases of police training?
Are we here for? Okay.
Your Honor, it speaks to procedure.
I'll allow it.
Again, objection,
Police policy.
I'll allow it.
relevance.
I'll allow it.
Irrelevant. Thank you, Your Honor.
Continue.
Can you restate that question, ma'am?
What are the different phases of police training you do as a chief of police?
Well, as chief of police, I use my experience and discretion to assign different tasks to officers based on recommendations from previous chiefs of staff. So some officers, have a ride along, while others are able to get out there and help, because there's a lot of crime in this filthy city. And we definitely
I
need
knew
our
she was
experienced
gonna go
officers
there.
out there on the road instead of being wasteful at times.
Chief, would you consider training wasteful?
Training can be.
Objection.
Again, it speaks to experience of these city's officers, ma'am.
It's speculation. She's asking what she considers.
I agree with the speculation.
Okay.
Move along, Mr. Johnson.
What are the training on illegal drug sales?
Am I being interviewed to be the chief again?
No, we're just asking the process on how officers conduct.
Oh, you want to know how they conduct?
Yes.
Okay. So, typically there's a local who will reach out to us anonymously and let us know the location where someone is either seen selling drugs or making a hand-to-hand of a product, or they will offer drugs by a criminal of Diamond District. At that time, we go out and surveil the scene, typically from distance that are considered afar. And once we see individuals making a hand-to-hand, they are therefore approached, cuffed, read rights, and searched before getting into our vehicles to ensure that they don't have any objects that could be of danger to themselves or others.
And what investigating steps prompts an officer to respond to a drug selling transaction?
What steps? Well, typically the first step is receiving that anonymous tip. Is that what you mean? We received the anonymous tip, and from there we were able to go out to that location.
Give me 1 second. Is it required to log those calls and records of records when the defense or if it's a lawsuit happening?
Regardless of if there is or is not a lawsuit, we're gonna log if someone has to be arrested and or detained, especially an arrest.
What about the alert that the officers get? Is that required to log in evidence too?
Could you further the questioning?
The drug sale alert that comes on the dash cam.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys required to log that report?
If we get there and maybe the suspected criminal has evaded or fled the scene, then no.
So I guess it's depending on what the charge is or what the evidence is.
Report on Officer Mike Larry receiving any of those training that you stated previously?
If there's any what?
Records
in regard to?
Officer Mike Larry receiving any of those training?
Well, if there was a record, the government officials eliminated all files, which is beyond my jurisdiction, as we moved from a kind of cluttered system into one that's more formalized with the Department of Justice.
Would you consider yourself an expert on spawning and legal drug transaction?
I would consider myself very knowledgeable.
Okay. What are the key difference between the two, if you don't mind answering?
Objection, relevance.
Sustained.
Wait, repeat that?
Your Honor, the witness is claiming to be a very knowledgeable witness or expert in the differences between a clean and a dirty hand-to-hand drug transaction.
But Your Honor, we're not. The witness is not.
It's helping our case.
There's no evidence.
Yes, we're presenting the evidence.
Your Honor,
if you give us
one moment. No back and forth for a second. I am gonna let DA Trey Webbs get out what he needs to say and his concerns. Go ahead, Mr. Webbs.
I'm objecting on the relevance. There's been no evidence offered to the court on any hand-to-hand transaction. So I don't know why we're going down this road of, what the chief may or may not know about hand-to-hand transactions.
I do agree. We aren't quite there yet, and we did get to the level of experience the chief has along with training. So we do need to move this along, Mrs. Johnson.
Yes. The reason why okay. I will go back. Okay, can I go back to that question once I get the relevance to it, Your Honor?
I don't see a problem with that.
Your Honor, can I present the prosecution video to the chief certain video evidence that we received from the prosecution, starting from 0.48 seconds to 2 minutes and 19 seconds?
And you want to display that here in court?
We can all watch it, or I can just send the link in the DOJ.
What exhibit is it? B?
Oh, the body cam of Officer Mike Larry.
Okay, not a problem. That is in the case files, correct?
Yes, it's all the way up.
Okay, go right ahead.
I started from 48 seconds, and you're going to watch into 2 minutes and 19 seconds.
All right, one moment. Okay, y'all, so she wants me to re-look at this evidence from the body cam footage of the police officer who did the arrest. So I'm going to go back to that. She said I'm going to start at 38 seconds and then stop at 2 minutes and 19 seconds. So I will bring that over here so y'all can see. So we're going to go up to 38 seconds, which is when he first gets to the ammunition shop. As you can see, he is just arriving there. And we're going to keep it moving. If y'all can see this red dot where the officer is, I believe this is where the officer is located. This red dot right here, from what I was told, signifies that a drug sale is going on. So that is how they know they're in the right place, because of this. Now officers getting paid $6,000 every 5 minutes. Like, what? Where's our money at? What?
I'm gonna need you to put your hands up, boss.
I put my hands up for it, bro. I'm telling major miss.
Bro, I just watched you do multiple hands.
Nah, I swear to God, I've been telling major miss.
Okay, so that's 220 that we're at. I'm gonna come out of here.
You said call recess?
Just are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I did watch the snippet of it again. It was when officer returns or shows up at the scene.
Can you do a quick 5-minute recess to meet me in chambers?
Can I continue with my line of questioning after watching the video?
We're gonna do, yeah.
See, are we
Are you going ahead to finish your question, Candy?
Oh, I thought somebody called for a recess. That's what I paused. Oh, okay. So back to the question.
Hey, Abby, this isn't The Sims. This is GTA.
Illegal or legal drug sale transactions.
The major difference between these transactions is that one is legal and one is illegal.
How do you tell the difference?
I could tell the difference based on really, well, let me state it this way. I'm trying to find words to really express myself here. It really depends on, like I said, legality. If it's a legal product being sold, law enforcement will not be notified. However, if someone is selling something that is illegal in nature, we will be notified by a local. That's the biggest difference.
So when did you notice anything in that video where he? Oh, sorry, I'm nervous.
That's okay.
Did you find any of that in that evidence in that video stating that a drug sale was going on around the area of the drug?
Objection.
Yes.
Speculation.
It's not, because they have an alert
It's
on the body cam. They have alerts on the body cam.
Overruled. I'll allow it. Go continue, Mr. Johnson.
Did you see any calls on the body cam of an alert of a drug sale near the gun store?
Objection. That call would not be displayed on the
Yes.
body cam.
No.
Yes, it will.
Yes, it will.
Mr. Webbs,
Okay.
Can we
I
approach,
have-
Your Honor?
come up. Come quickly. Y'all, Mr. Webbs is a beast.
This is the reason why we asked the line of questions that we did based off of the procedure of police and the training. The drug sale alert absolutely comes off on the dash cam of that body cam video.
I was trying to present my next evidence, Your Honor. It is in the DOJ. It's in our case files. I was getting to presenting the alerts on the screen of Officer Mike Larry body cam.
I do completely understand that, and as I said, I will allow it. So we do need to continue this. Mr. Webbs, what was your concern about this?
The thing is that on a dash or body cam, that alert won't show because it's in the car on the computer screen. So that alert won't show at all.
He wasn't in the car.
So
Therefore, that alert would not show because he was not in the car.
He was on the screen, and
You're not understanding what I'm saying.
yeah, what he's saying, I get what you're saying.
yeah,
So
but before I went to the gun store, there wasn't any alert
Wait.
on.
Oh,
okay, one more time. Say that again.
That's for our next witness. I'm sorry.
could you repeat that for me?
On the way
Uh-oh.
to the gun store, there was not an alert for Officer Mike Larry to go to the gun store for a drug sale.
So the point you're trying to make is that the alert did not come up for him to come to that location and he went to the wrong location? Is that what you're saying?
That is absolutely what we're saying. There was no drug alert on that dash cam video in that body cam footage.
What?
And again, it was, I got this, Chief. I got this. Sir.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Again, it would not display on a body cam.
In the car.
Well,
Your Honor.
that's fine. We'll retract the question and we'll present evidence at the next witness. Your Honor. There's no problem.
Okay, I will agree on a 5-minute recess. Let's do that now.
All right, we're gonna hold a 5-minute recess. All parties will return.
Y'all, it is
at
not together.
8
It is
Central,
not together.
9 Eastern.
Man, I need some.
I'm on push to talk. You said on whisper? All right, I'm on whisper.
We need the room. Yeah, I believe they the evidence that they uploaded is fraudulent.
Yeah,
If you look at the picture, if you look at the PD video, PD shows up and parks their car to the side. In the video that the defense uploaded,
Exactly.
there was a PD car right out front.
Right,
And that goes back to
exactly.
my original line of questioning. I did not believe it was the same.
It was the same
the
day.
Video just can't be authenticated.
Exactly. On top of the fact that even if it was, because I do know that he was unalived, so I don't know what happened at that point if the car was moved, because at one point there was a ped that came up and stabbed the defendant and unalived him. So at that point there may have been some movement.
Legal items, peds don't kill you. You only get assaulted by the peds.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what their fight was as well. It's like, how would you get assaulted by a ped if you're selling Major Mist? That was the first red flag for me. I'm like, nah, something else is going on. Something else is going on. Also, the footage is very, very different. So the footage from the ammo store as they're walking out with Officer Mike Larry is completely different from the footage that was originally uploaded. The graphics, the look of it, all of that. So yes, this is giving a little sketchy for sure, and we are dealing with a scammer. The original video says his occupation is a scammer. So we do need to have caution. I already know how I'm gonna swing with this. Honestly, I'm just gonna let everybody argue it out, but I already know his ass is convicted. That's about it. He probably should have pled asked for a plea deal. Like, with all of that on you, you really should have asked for a plea deal. There's no way around that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
I just wanted to see your thoughts on that. Because I literally just caught that when I was watching the video.
Yep, I did see that. I'm like, Ev, nothing's matching up. How are the if this is his footage, then where did that other footage come from? That didn't make sense to me.
I'm sorry I ran into both of y'all.
It's okay, ADA.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm seeing two completely different.
He found the judge outfit. Yay!
Oh, he did. Yes, y'all. We have judge outfits coming, robes. So we will be in here dressed exactly like judges would.
All right. Head back out there.
All right, let's head back out. All right, y'all, I still have my push to talk on, so I don't believe they can hear me, but y'all can hear me.
Judge, you supposed to stay out there for me, Judge.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
One moment. Oh, the disrespect.
Y'all, I keep forgetting about that. This is our longest case. This has so far been our longest trial. And my husband, none of my family is here because my sister got married and her reception is tonight. So we're literally not. None of my family is here, and they're usually at every trial. So the resounding what? Do we need to watch that again? Listen, the original footage that they uploaded, Z. Oh, but there go my husband. He booed me.
You know what?
Just forget it. Just forget it. I appreciate you, bailiff. I appreciate you.
The judge said she ain't waiting on nobody.
I appreciate you, bailiff. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You know it.
All right, we can go ahead and continue with your question, Mrs. Johnson, but we do need to wrap this up shortly.
Okay. Last final question. On the way to the gun store, did you see an alert on his body cam that it was a drug sale being done?
Now, this is where they have to be.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We would like to call our next witness. Unless prosecution has the questioning.
Prosecution? Any cross-examination here?
Yes.
All right, so now Troy Webbs will prosecute the witness or
She's ready. How you doing,
cross-exam.
Oh, bless.
And highly favored. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so really quickly,
They don't like each other, y'all.
You testified to training procedures and such, right? In the last.
Yeah,
30
I'm
minutes
ready
or so.
to wrap this up because I already know
The
what
training
I'm
that your
going to do.
officers receive, is it certified by the state?
Yes, sir.
Your policy and procedure manual that
Wait,
you
you
have,
still
is that
in
also certified
queue?
by the state?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
All right.
I'm good.
Yep, you're
I'm
good to
good to
go, Chief
All right.
Miami. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
And the Johnsons, you'd like to call your next witness?
For the sake of time, Your Honor, I have like to recall Anthony Mitchell to the stand.
All right, Mr. Mitchell. Now, I'm not sure why he would recall Anthony, but we're going to see what his thought process is on that.
Yeah, Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah.
He's probably in his head, y'all. Side note, kind of glad I'm not in GTA yet. I'm not sure I can handle this kind of thing. I mean, I probably have fun with y'all, but like...
Are we all timing out?
Judge Diamond, I'm still here.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Is Mr. Mitchell
Yes. Permission to approach though first, ma'am?
Sure, not a problem.
Did you want to come up there? Okay. Just a procedure question, ma'am. Your Honor, how do we present or review evidence for a witness? Am I okay with inviting him into the file case log, or how does that work?
Yeah, no, he wouldn't be able to go into the case log.
So I just need Anthony Mitchell to validate the security cam footage, authenticate it. So how do we do that? Okay. All right. So no need to recall Anthony Mitchell then. Oh, well, I actually have to, ma'am, because I need to present it to the court. Without presenting the evidence to the court, it's not a record, right? That's what we just went through with the other line of questioning that we were going through.
We do have it in the case file, correct? There goes Anthony right there, if you need him. He seems to be moving up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, you may be seated. I believe they do want to ask you further questions.
No, I'm all set, Your Honor. If I can't have him view the video, there's no purpose of him coming up to the stand, man. I don't know any other way to get him to view the video.
Okay, you can't send it to him?
Oh, I can. Okay. I didn't know if that was allowed. All right. Give me 1 second, Anthony.
Is it going to be in my email, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, real quick.
Sure.
Isn't he the one that gave them the video?
That's where I am confused about that, because he is the one who provided the video footage. I'm not sure why he wouldn't have it already.
He does already have it, but for the court record, I'd like to submit evidence Exhibit A and Exhibit B from the guns from inside and outside of the gun store. How do I get it logged into the court record to make sure that it's listed as evidence in the case?
It's already there.
It's already there, yeah.
Okay, all right, perfect. So no need to question them. Well, there was an objection made earlier about evidence that was already presented based off of the line of questioning. You said it wasn't record of the court, so that's where I got confused. Sorry about that.
Oh no, it was okay. It was just the relevance at that time. There was no relevance at that time for the line of questioning. But then she got to it, presented the question along with the evidence, and we moved on.
Okay. All right, you're free to, unless there's cross-exam from the DA, Anthony Mitchell, you're all set.
And no cross-examination, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, I do apologize. You may be seated.
Is Anthony Mitchell free to go?
Yes, he is. If no one has further questions, he is free to go.
Okay, Anthony, you're awesome. Thank you.
Does the state not have any questions?
Yeah, they said they.
I'd like to
State
call-
said they don't.
Okay, I'd like to call Officer Mike Lowry to the stand.
All right, Officer Mike Larry, please come forward. Y'all, this is the arresting officer. He was there on the scene.
How you doing, Judge?
I'm doing well, Officer Mike Larry. How are you?
Fine.
Ernie, can he go and shout?
Can you hear me better?
Loud and clear.
We can't hear him back here.
What about now? Is that better? Is that better?
I believe he's on shout.
It's good for me. Yeah, it's good for me.
All right.
How you doing, Mr. Officer Larry? I'm sorry, Sergeant Larry? Is that how I heard
Sergeant
it?
Mike Larry. Yes.
Sergeant Larry, how you doing today?
Doing fine.
Sergeant Larry, how long have you been on the force?
I've been in Diamond for about 3 weeks, going on 4.
How many arrests have you logged in that time?
Oh man,
He's going to try to make
so many.
Officer Larry
started off as a
discredible
rookie,
because
worked my way up,
he has
scorporal,
brought
actually
in
just
cases
received
that we've had to
promotion
throw
sergeant,
out.
sir.
So he's going to
That's
try to
awesome.
make him
That's good. How many
out to
drug-related
be
arrests have you made?
not as credible as he seems.
Multiple. I mean, some I can't speak of, but yeah, multiple drug arrests.
1, 2, 3.
Man, yeah, more than that. You know, a good amount, about in maybe even more.
Okay. So do you normally patrol the gun store area?
When you say patrol, what do you mean? Because I wasn't patrolling
Is that your normal route, or do you?
My
pass
route
by?
is Diamond District, so you know, I go around the whole city.
My
so,
route
there's
is
no
Diamond
designated
District. You
area
know what I'm
where I
saying?
go.
I'm around everywhere is basically what
Would
he's
you
saying.
say that the gun store area was a high crime area?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. I actually haven't. It's high volume area, I would say, but I wouldn't say high crime.
So you've never arrested anybody in the gun store area?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I probably had a few arrests over there, but I wouldn't call it high crime.
Right.
A few tickets, you know.
Right.
Any
maybe a
drug
few.
sale
Good answer.
arrest in the gun store area?
Not like I said, that's a business. So I mean, I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't say no. I've been getting a few calls about that area. I say that.
So you wouldn't say that was a known drug sale area?
I mean, what's a known drug sale area? I mean, like I said, I get any calls.
Hey,
I got any
Sissy.
anonymous calls about that area a few times. I mean, you know, sometimes we get calls, but we can't place a person with the call. So, you know, you can't
So
just say
you-
this an area. You
Oh,
know,
it kicked you?
sometimes, you know,
No.
some people move around, I would say.
Okay. So on the night in question, you made multiple stops at the gun store. Would you mind explaining to the court the reason for your initial stop at the gun store?
When you say multiple
Objection,
stops,
relevance.
okay.
Sustained. Move on, Mr. Johnson.
Okay, so what prompted your visit to the gun store? Well, what alerted you to return to the gun store?
Okay, I was driving down I think that's Alton Drive, and I got an anonymous call. Checked the map, seeing that the area was the gun store. So first thing I did was, you know, make my way to the area.
I like Tommy,
'cause, you know, with
but
the
we gotta
anonymous
wrap
call,
this
they
up
just said, you know,
because I already
person
know
was
what
out
I'm
there
doing with
selling
it.
drugs, but you know, we can't, you know, just assume, you know, someone selling drugs. So what I did, you know, I assessed the area, looked around a little bit. If you see, I noticed Mr. Buckfield on
Thank y'all for the check-in.
like
Welcome in.
at one sense, and then I see in the bushes because no one else was around, but I seen someone run when I'm in the bushes, and then he actually does a hand-to-hand transaction. And as I'm running up to him, you know, after the hand-to-hand transaction, I tell him, you know, to freeze. Another customer actually ran up and was crazy is you know, he said that he was selling sprays, and that customer actually got a little disgruntled. And that so, you know, as we actually continued on, I read him his rights. I told him,
thank you for the heart me.
Anything, you know, that's, you know,
it's going
illegal.
How's
and,
your
you know,
how's your day going,
you can be
Daniel?
arrested, but you know, when it's
Okay. Would you mind describing what you mean by disgruntled?
so let's just say Mr. Barstow did receive an injury that day. And it seems he had to go back.
Thank you, sissies. Thank you,
in your
sissy, for the 15 biddies.
yes.
Gold coins in the chat.
You mean
Gold
handcuffed?
coins in the chat. Yes.
Yes.
He needs to own that he was
Describe
literally
him briefly,
murdered
Officer, Sergeant
while
Walker.
he was handcuffed, because he was.
He was stabbed.
Thank you for the
What was
gold
your immediate
coins,
response to
y'all.
I had to subdue the suspect that stabbed.
You subdued the suspect that stabbed him?
Yes, that the disgruntled customer.
Okay. Would you mind bringing up your body cam footage and pausing it at 1 second for me?
When you say the one that's in the evidence,
Yes.
where it shows the map, correct?
Yes. But the very next second. That's actually at 0, but at 1 second.
At 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I don't know why my sounds ain't working, y'all. This shit is really irritating me. I don't, because yesterday it was sound alerts that wasn't working. Now it's stream elements that ain't working. Like, please don't piss me off. I'm gonna have to try to figure that out tomorrow for tomorrow's stream when I stream the cannons. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's fine. Everybody's enjoying their Friday evening. This is the longest case we have had, yo. Like, when I tell you they were at each other's throats in the case files,
All right.
they were at each other's throats.
Would you mind reading for the court what that alert says that's on your dash cam?
That's my dispatch, so technically you wouldn't see that, but it's a vehicle stealing.
And would you mind reading the address for me?
That's Elgin Avenue.
Okay, the court would like to present evidence of
What you say? What evidence of what?
Yeah, Mr. Johnson, I hear you say you were trying to present evidence.
Sorry. Yes, I'd like to present evidence, Your Honor, in the case. It's the evidence that was presented by defense. It's the picture of the gun store map.
Yeah, you see the red marker. That's the general area of the drug sale. Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second. Y'all, unfortunately, I have to come out of the game, so I can't hear what they say. I'm going to have to try to figure out how to fix that, but I can't hear what they're saying when I got to come out the game and see whatever they're looking for. So they said they dropped a map, pictures of the map. And I guess the gun store would be... All right. So really quick, Mr. Johnson, I am looking at the map. What am I looking at exactly?
That red circle that's around the gun store.
Not the map. Not the map in your body cam footage, but the map of the gun store, the one that has postal 8168 in it, illustrates that the gun store is actually Elgin Ave, the location of that first alert that the officer received that prompted him to turn his vehicle around.
Okay, so you're saying that the gun store location is 8168.
That's correct, which is Elgin Ave.
Okay, and the officer did not get a notification for that location, is what you're saying?
He did, but it was for a vehicle stolen, not a drug sale.
Okay, very interesting. And that is proven in his body cam footage, is what you're saying?
Correct, ma'am. Correct. I'm sorry. I have the video playing in my background. I'm trying to stop it, ma'am. Just give me one second.
Right. No, I understand. When I go in to look, I can't hear anything. So yeah, I'm gonna go and could you give me the?
Sorry. Can I say something?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Larry. I got you.
Could you give me the number that you're Mr. Johnson, that you're referring to? Like what time in the body cam footage am I looking at? You said the first second?
One second. Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, give me one moment. Y'all, when I tell you that the thread is insane, like how long this is, this case file. He wants me to go to Officer Larry's footage at 1 second, he's saying. At 1 second. It is for a vehicle stolen, and that is the location. Yes, the gun store, but it was not for hand-to-hand contact. However, if the only thing officer needs in game, okay, because we're speaking in game, is probable cause, and probable cause is simply an alert and hand-to-hand contact. That's it. However, they do have a point when the alert is not a drug sale. They have a point when the alert is not a drug sale. The only thing, and the reason that I'm not going for this, is for the simple fact that the footage that defense has submitted is completely different. One footage, the graphics look crazy. Like the graphics look insane. The other footage, the graphic looks, I don't know. It looks questionable, okay? Like it looks like it came from two completely different computers. It looks like it came from two completely different days. So like that's where I'm very skeptical. I'm also dealing with someone who has occupation of a scammer. So if they are a scammer, they are likely to try to scam their way up out this motherfucking courtroom, and it's not going to happen. Okay, so unfortunately, Officer Mike Larry, I'm going to say, was at the right time, right place. I know his call was for vehicle stealing. As you can see, some of y'all won't see it if you're looking on TikTok. That's not what you're going to see. But if you're on Twitch, y'all can see it from the full screen. Over on the left hand side, it says vehicle stealing, and then that red mark is the location of where this situation is happening. He happens to go there. He happens to see someone having an interaction with another person, and it happens to be hand-to-hand contact. Unfortunately, due to the game mechanics, that is probable cause, and the officer does have right to search. So we are going to continue on and move forward. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson. I do see what you're talking about. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further questions for this witness?
No further questions, Your Honor.
And there will be a cross-examination, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, come on up.
Good Sergeant Larry, how you doing today?
I'm fine, sir.
All right, let's just get right to it, sir. On the date in question on June, were you working uniform patrol?
Yes.
Okay, and during the process of that uniform patrol, did you get an alert for drug sales?
Yes.
Hey,
and
Shay.
Dispatch marked it on the map as a red circle.
So the alert came and it was also a mark.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you had an objection, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am. There's no record of said alert.
That's what the record is.
Your Honor, the record is that the case that was originated from the anonymous call.
There should be a record of said alert, ma'am. Which is why
And
we asked-
again,
The record is the right
and
there
again,
on
the
map.
record is the incident number in the case from the anonymous call.
So when you just added, let me be quiet. I'm sorry.
There is no record of an anonymous call. I don't know where that's coming from.
The red circle is what dispatch
Is traffic, somebody still in the car.
The red
Still in
circle
the-
is the anonymous.
Still in the car is actually
Larry, just relax. Thank you, sir.
Yep, I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Mr. Webbs. The red circle is considered the call, essentially.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do we know that that call is a drug sale and not an illegal vehicle sale, man? The call came in as a.
Is that question for me or that?
How do we know
No.
the difference?
Okay.
I got it. Don't worry.
I understand what you're saying. If you want to come up and question Officer Mike Larry again after prosecution has done so, then you may. But right now, we're going to allow prosecution to continue their line of questioning. Mr.
So
Webbs?
you got the. Thank you, ma'am. So you got the call of the drug sale. What did you do then, sir?
I put the spot.
Hey,
on the
bro.
map
Thank you for
and I
checking
drove to
in.
the location.
Ciao.
Got to the location. I went code 4, no lights. Parked around the corner, and I started, looking around the area.
So if the alert was at that specific location, why did you not park at that specific location?
Most time when you come up with lights on for a drug sale, the first thing a person do is run. Also, it's better to actually find out. So, I assess the situation. I'm a officer that's been in here, been in the city for a while now. So I know that's my way and how I was trained to approach some suspects. You don't always assume. So, and assess the situation. That being a gun store area, I definitely didn't want to come in there with lights on because it could have been a customer that just walked out with guns, now they want to sell some drugs. And, potentially I could have just walked into a firefight. So, I assessed the situation and that's how I handled it that day.
Okay. And when you approached the area, at what point did you observe activity consistent with the anonymous call?
As I come around the wall, I go into the bushes and I see him, and that's when I see my first hand-to-hand. And then, like I said, the other suspects were there as I walked. I mean, not suspects, but customers were there as I walked. One leaving and one walking.
Okay, so you observed at least one hand-to-hand transaction, and then you made contact with Ms. Barksdale. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And when you made contact with Mr. Barksdale, what did you do?
I read him his rights. As I was reading him his rights, he told me he was selling sprays. Told him I'd be a judge of that. And then I proceeded to tell him what he, searched and everything else.
Okay. And did you have a chance to search Mr. Barksdale?
Yes, I did.
And when you searched Mr. Barksdale, what did you find? I
found a large amount of cash. He had checks. I think it was pills. A bunch of firearms. and illegal attachments. Yeah, it was arson.
Okay, so you found firearms, attachments, illegal narcotics.
Yes.
You said counterfeit checks and money, correct?
Yes. Well, the money, I let him keep his money. I did let him keep his money. Yes, it was a decent. I did not confiscate his cash.
Okay, and at that point you placed Mr. Barksdale under arrest and processed him, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now let's speak to the dispatch call as the center of attention here. Okay. As we looked at your dash cam, your body cam when you were inside your patrol vehicle, there's a little gray spot on the side. That's your dispatch calls, correct? So that's somebody calling in, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when an anonymous person calls in for drug sales, is it a dispatch call like that, or is it a separate type of alert that you get?
For drug sales, it's a separate type of alert. It actually comes across the top very quickly.
And it also is marked on the map as you indicated earlier, correct?
Yes,
by a red dot?
Yes. By the red, yes.
Okay. So although there may have been a stolen vehicle on Elgin Avenue at that point in time based on that dispatch call,
there was also a drug sale on Elgin Avenue.
On the map indicated there was also an anonymous call for drug sales, correct?
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. No further questioning. Thank you.
Permission to ask additional questions?
No problem. Come up, Mr. Johnson.
Prosecution just questioned you about this anonymous call. Do anonymous calls usually come in from a cell phone?
No, not well.
Objection calls for speculation. He's not a dispatcher.
It does not call for speculation. The terminology.
Dispatcher, he would not know how those calls come in, man.
Yeah, the anonymous calls come from the dispatcher. We just get the dispatch location.
And does it dispatch through the vehicle, or do you dispatch through the radio? Or how's that dispatch come in?
It's dispatched through our map. It's dispatched through our map.
Does it come through the radio?
No, it does not.
So how do you see anonymous calls when you're not in your vehicle? Do they dispatch it over the radio?
It's dispatch. It's literally dispatch. They put on the map.
But he's asking how.
For the record, dispatch calls
right to our computer.
Radio, correct?
If you want to call it a radio, yes. We're going to call it a radio.
Okay. I would like to present evidence video dispatch.
Y'all, this is where the verbiage is what trips everybody to fuck up. You have to have your verbiage right. You have to get creative with it, because if you don't,
officers carry a radio, correct?
You can get caught up in here.
Okay, so you would get dispatch calls over your handheld radio while you're outside of your police
Two
vehicle?
things can be true at once. Exactly, Z.
I understand that, but dispatch calls come through the radio, and you have your radio on your person when you're outside of your vehicle, correct?
Yes, we have radios on our person, yes.
Okay.
It goes
Can you
to
check
the
your
map
dispatch record at 114
on the
your
map
video?
because it's no actual dispatcher. Exactly. That's what they have to go around that word map, because they have to keep it semi-realistic, so they can't use that. They have to say dispatch. So this is where they're going to try to debunk it right there, because it's like, okay. Right, it goes through the map, but they can't say it goes through the map. They can't say that. They cannot say that. They have to say it goes through dispatch or something. So then, okay, if it goes through dispatch, where's the call?
Dispatch radio record that comes over as a drug sale.
But there is one, though. There is one. There is one on the video footage.
You see a dispatch over your radio for a drug sale at East Galileo Avenue.
Yes, you do. Mm-hmm.
So can you watch the entire video of your surveillance of my client in that video and tell me if you see an additional dispatch over the radio for that?
Yes, they can, because there's no actual dispatcher. The map is the dispatcher. Right, and I can say because of game mechanics, we can throw this out. I can say that, but I like the argument.
Okay. Do you see any drugs? I like it. Do you see any drug sales in the entire clip of that video at that location coming across your radio?
That says East Galileo.
It does, and that's not East Galileo at your current.
Right. That's what he's trying to say.
That's a whole nother investigation. That's a whole nother call.
I understand that, sir, but as of record, based off of your testimony, if somebody's selling drugs, you will get a dispatch call across your radio that somebody's selling drugs.
Be you
so
if it
did
wasn't
you
a
get
little
a
messy,
dispatch
right?
call at that location throughout the entire course of that video at that location?
If my body cam goes 5 minutes.
Sir, you have a radio.
I'm sorry. I'm going to interject here. I'm need a yes or no answer, Sergeant Mike Larry.
Yeah, I got dispatched for another drug sale.
No, the question is, did you get a drug sale
dispatch for that location that you showed up
while
to?
you were surveilling my client in that entire video?
Your Honor, he answered that already.
He did not.
He said yes.
Yeah, I got a drug sale. I didn't get a drug sale.
In that entire video, there is not a single drug sale transaction over the dispatch in that radio on that video clip.
You're
right, King.
That's a drug. So, are you talking about? Did I get a drug fax for him selling drugs while I was there? Is that what you?
While you were watching my client, as you say, which created probable cause for you to approach and arrest my client, did you get a drug sale notification across your dispatch?
No. Why would I get one? I'm watching.
Okay, because you said that every time somebody sells a drug, you get a dispatch.
You get a dispatch call about
I
it.
didn't say every time someone sells a drug. I said every time we get a dispatch from an anonymous person that someone is selling drugs. Now that means that every time someone sells drugs, that
officer, let me rephrase this question.
Yeah, rephrase your question, please.
In the current dynamic, do you get alerts similar to the 114 mark in your video across your dispatch every time somebody sells a drug in this city?
I don't know what we get. We get a call from dispatch saying that someone's selling drugs.
Sir, you're a trained professional. Yes, you've admitted to being on this police force for multiple months.
Yes.
Do you get an alert across your dispatch every time somebody sells drugs in the current dynamic? Yes or no?
Yes or no? It's that simple.
And that question, no.
Your Honor.
And make sure you hear his question, please.
Every time somebody makes an illegal drug sale in the city, you get an alert across your dispatch.
I don't. No, I do not.
Your Honor.
I do not.
Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not get a drug sale.
Sergeant Mike Larry, I'm gonna need you to tone it down just a little bit.
I said no, right?
You said no, but I'm gonna still need you to tone it down in my courtroom. Thank you,
Your Honor. I would like to object to counsel's last statement because counsel is not a police officer. He doesn't work for law enforcement. He doesn't know how the dispatch calls come in. So
Your Honor,
he cannot. Can I finish, please? He cannot sit here and say that every time someone sells a drug, you get an alert. He does.
Your Honor, I'm a former chief of police in City of Diamond District. I have full
it does not matter.
I have full extensive knowledge of how this system works, and every time somebody sells a drug in the city, they get an alert over their dispatch. That is a known fact. If you need me to call a dev if you need me to call the city government dev into this.
Okay, one second. Let's take a recess. Let's take a short recess, please. We're gonna come back in about 5 minutes. Short recess.
We're gonna take a 5-minute recess. Everybody go ahead.
Oh my God, this is how they were, y'all, in the case files. It's been insane. It's been insane in the case files.
So I was just finna say, right? Like, I know my opinion kind of doesn't matter here, but to answer his question.
Come on down here.
Oh damn.
Okay, so I understand that Tommy feels like, he was chief of police. However, he is not. He is RPing as
exactly. Yes, and he does have to keep it that way.
Correct. He is not privy to how the drug sales work, even if that is how they worked when he was an officer,
They
he
may not
cannot
work that
assume
same
that.
way. Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Currently.
Correct. He is not an officer, so he cannot speak to like
How they come through now.
PD procedures. Correct.
The only thing is when Chief Miami testified, she did say that when drug sales come up, they are alerted. Anytime there's a drug
but
sale,
she
they
didn't
are
say
alerted.
But that's the thing. He's saying that this is like, here's where it gets muddy. They're like, oh, we didn't see the, because we know once the officer was there, he started selling Major Miss. That we
do know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what he was
what
selling
brought
before
that
that.
officer-
Exactly.
Correct. It had to have been something illegal which brought that officer there. Because
Exactly. Even if it's
then
by
Red Bark
chance.
is not just gonna show.
Exactly. Even if
And
it's
I
by
mean,
chance.
look at
Even
any
if
mechanics, like, we can't just be like, well, no, that red mark on their shows anytime you sell. Like,
Exactly.
no, this is
Exactly.
You're
So
not
like
a-
even
you're
if
not
it's
a
by chance, even if he showed up there looking for a stolen vehicle, he still saw hand-to-hand contact and did watch for some time before he approached. It's still probable
correct.
cause. And again, the videos still don't match. Y'all not gonna play in my face. These videos don't match. Y'all not gonna give me evidence. These videos do not match. Baby, it's like the thighs not matching the ass. It don't match. Okay, I'm not going for it.
I'm trying to pull my fast one over the judge.
You know it. So I will stand back. I will do it right this time. I'm gonna come up so I can hear him.
Oh yeah. So right at 9, he'll say, 8. Wait, what time did we walk out? I don't even remember.
It's 9:38 right now on my time. So it's at 8:38 your time.
Yeah, but I don't know what time we walked out. I feel like we walked out at 8:35. Well, 9:35, so we should be back in.
It's not the same video at all. Like, y'all not gonna pull a fast one over me. It don't matter. Like, the videos literally do not match for all I know. I don't know when that video was taken. I don't know when that footage was taken. I don't know where this footage came from. How does one surveillance footage? Yo, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I'm gonna try to show y'all this real quick. This was submitted by the defense. This is the original footage that was submitted by defense saying this came off of the, what is it called? The ammo store. Do you see the graphics on this? You see this video footage? Look at this. This is the first video. And then you want me to, now it's supposed to be, where's this other footage down here? Now it's this. That's one in a short little clip. And then the officer's car is sitting out here on this side when the officer did not park there originally. We don't know what happened. We don't know if that's the actual officer. We don't know what's going on in that situation. Like, nothing is timestamped. Nothing is marked. This is when he's selling Major Mist. I know y'all gonna hear a lot of gunshots, but nothing can really be authenticated in this case. So there are two different clips. You can't really go by that. One, he has his HUD on. The other one, he don't. It's just insane. It's giving a different day. It's literally giving that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Patience, baby. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Mugga Militia. I want my husband to join PD. Absolutely not. You crazy. Probation officer is enough for me. Did he call me back in? Okay, they still haven't recessed. All right, I'm good. He got to make sure he's on shout when he say it too, so that it's heard. It's literally giving a different day. Like, stop playing with me. It's giving 2 completely different days. Hey, Patience baby, welcome in. If anybody's over on the Black app, I promise you I'm not ignoring you. I just don't have y'all chat up. Like, y'all chat won't show up, so I'm pretty much fucked with that. Okay, he said he gonna round everybody up. But yeah, I already know what I'm doing with this. As y'all can see, stream is almost 2 hours long. This has been our longest case. It is very tiring. But this has been our longest case. Like, we have not had cases like this. I'm thinking about staying on stream just because Naomi, my sister, is ADA. So she's assistant district attorney and she's out there right now. Then I have another sister, Rebel Simmons, who is a defense attorney. So we may stay in radio. And yes, this case is very long. This case is insanely long. It's crazy. So we may stay in radio just to check in. We are going to come out of radio just for our sister's engagement part. Not engagement party, her reception, as her and her husband or fiance, now husband, eloped. So we're going to go there and make sure we show love and all of that. But I think we are going to have a number of cases tonight. All right, Judge Diamond coming through. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Yeah, let me walk on through here. I can't wait till we get our robes, y'all. We getting robes.
You may all be seated.
Thank you so much. All right, we left with recess with a few objections, and I understand what you're saying, Mr. Johnson, but we do have to speed this up, and I am going to help you with that by saying that I understand that you were chief of police before, but you are no longer chief of police now. We do have to consider the fact that procedure may have changed. You know, things may have changed since you were chief. So we are going to continue on, okay?
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Just one final question, Sergeant Lowry.
Just shake that ass tonight.
Just want to confirm what you previously stated. You're saying that drug sale transactions do not come over your dispatch every time somebody makes them. Is that correct?
Hey, China. No. I was just talking to someone.
That is not correct?
I mean, yes, that's correct what I said. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
All right. And State, any further questions?
No, Your Honor, I think it was clarified.
All right. And any other witnesses from the state or defense? Thank you so much, Sergeant Mike Larry. You may have a seat. If there are no other witnesses to be brought up, no one wants to continue questioning.
Recall Chief Miami Major.
All right, Chief. Not them calling Miami Major, y'all. Oh my God, not again. He cooked himself going OOC and did.
Chief Major, you previously testified that you were considered, well knowledged in the investigation of legal sales in the city.
Correct.
That's the case.
They're about to ask about the
to
drug
your
sales.
Knowledge,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it a true statement that every time an illegal drug sale transaction is taking place in the city, anonymous call is dispatched over the radio?
Is it every every time an illegal sale.
Your Honor, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You hear me now?
Every
Yes.
time a drug sale transaction occurs,
I
in
knew
the city,
we knew
does
that,
it
King. We knew that.
does it
They're
anonymously
trying
tip
to
you over
debunk the
dispatch?
fact that
No.
they shouldn't have been there at all.
It doesn't.
It does not. Every drug sale doesn't occur around someone who wants to report it.
Okay. So if an illegal drug sale does not take place, then no dispatch is anonymously tipped. So if
So-
there's so if there's no illegal drug sale taking place, it is not dispatched over anonymous tip.
You mean like if it's a legal sale? Or I'll just restate it because I don't know if I'm
Okay, so let me
answering
rephrase it.
correctly.
If an illegal
Hold on,
drug sale
Sissy.
is
Thank you
made
so
in the
much. Can we
city,
get some gold coins
is
in the
it anonymously
chat
tipped over your dispatch
for my
system?
sissy dropping them 5
it is
gifted subs,
recorded.
y'all?
Answered already. You asked that question the first time, and she said no.
No,
Sustain.
she said that if no, Your Honor, she said that if a illegal drug sale is made, it's not made, then it's not dispatched. I'm asking if an illegal drug sale is made in the city, meaning somebody successfully sells drugs in the city, is it dispatched anonymously over the radio?
And she said no. You asked that initially.
No, that's not
You
what
may
she
have
said.
phrased it differently.
No.
Okay,
no,
one
that's not-
second. Chief, could you please
Can you
answer that
clarify?
question?
Okay, so I did already, Your Honor.
I love you
did
down,
state
sissy.
For
Thank
every
you.
drug sale does not mean someone is going to report every single drug sale. We have to think there's people who are going to buy these drugs for personal use,
Exactly.
or to distribute out to others. So
Okay,
every
so-
single
Thank you so
drug
much,
sold
Sissy.
in
I
the city will not
appreciate
be
you.
reported to PD, unfortunately.
Thank you, Hannah, for the roses.
So if it's sold to a pedestrian,
Mm-hmm.
then
Oh, them locals
it
are
will-
hood too.
the locals. If it's sold to a local, if
Wait.
it's sold to a local, will it dispatch over your radio?
Not every local is a snitch.
No, real shit. See.
Unfortunately.
Thank you for the hydrate seafood, Mr. Johnson.
We're playing semantics here, Judge.
Your Honor, I
Okay.
truly believe that counsel is just not happy with the answer. He's
Yes,
asking
because-
for different
because-
ways.
I have
we're
to
playing-
agree, Mr. Johnson. I do
Okay,
have to
that's
agree.
fine, that's
She
fine.
did answer the question.
Your Honor.
Candy, were you saying something?
Can
Your Honor, I'd like to submit Exhibit A and Exhibit B of the inside of the gun store and outside of the gun store.
All right. Is there any specific timeline you'd like me to look at Exhibit A and B?
I'd like to look at all of it.
Your Honor,
All
I
right.
object to Exhibit A. I don't understand the relevance for Exhibit A.
It shows the time and date of the officer leaving the scene on his initial contact, and also all the way through Exhibit B shows him returning for arrest.
I'm confused. Initial
Am I
contact
still
for-
on?
What do you mean? Your Honor,
Because
can we approach?
we're talking about the anonymous tip that came in from the time that he left the gun store all the way to the time he returned, and it shows that the client wasn't selling drugs all the way through the entire interaction. So I'm wondering where that alert came from
Okay, so
and how it was logged.
is it my understanding that you're saying that the Exhibit A, when he was in the gun store and this was the Barksdale, is part of
Was-
this entire scene? Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. Box.
Okay,
That's why we
I
tried.
understand what you're
That's
saying.
why
I
we.
understand
That's
what
why
you're
we
saying.
tried. That's why we tried to ask about him going to the gun store twice, but you objected to it and wouldn't allow it into evidence. But the video confirmed he was there the first time and he left, and he
Yeah,
came
he was.
back.
You're right.
Correct.
Okay, well, that's
So
fine.
from the time that he left, it shows presence and state of mind for my client, and also all of the transactions that were made in between the timeline.
Okay, I got you.
And you want me to watch that?
I do.
All right, one moment. We'll all watch together. All right, y'all. So this is Exhibit A and B that they speak of. Exhibit A, interior gun store footage, Avon Barksdale following Officer Mike Larry out after initial contact, which I'm assuming this was after he was unalived because the defendant was actually stabbed. If you watch the whole video of the officer's body cam footage, he was stabbed by one of his peds. Now, what it is known is that when you're selling legal substances, a ped is not going to kill you. So that's the officer, and that's him leaving the store with the officer. So they tried to say it was a different day. However, it's still two different clips. You need to give me the whole clip on one sitting. I don't care if it's 25 minutes. You need to give me the whole clip on one sitting. That way I can see that it's the whole day. For the fact that y'all are sending me multiple different clips, that other, it still does not validate the first clip where he's outside selling Major Mist. It still is inadmissible. This means nothing. And then this is the second one. Exhibit B, exterior gun store footage, Avon Barksdale selling clean the mist between initial contact through arrest. So this is actually him, which to me shows a different day, or at least a different time. Y'all seen the video footage from the beginning, right? Y'all seen the video footage from the very beginning. And in the video footage from the beginning, it's bright, it's sunny. This is at least a different time from the initial footage. We don't know if this is a situation where he left and came back. We don't know what he was selling. Now, I know right here he's selling this. Okay, we see he's selling Major Mist. He's selling Major Mist, so that's what he's selling. But it doesn't mean that he was selling this the whole entire time. Major Mist. Hey, Pimp Says. These dudes don't wash their ass. They stay with the same clothes on. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know. You don't know if it was the same day, time. These are two different times. So I get that they sending in this information right now. They said up to the arrest. So I should be able to see the officer arresting him. Okay, here he is.
I need you to put your hands up, boss.
I'm gonna put my hands up for it, bro. I'm selling Major Mist.
Bro, I just watched you do multiple hand to hand.
No, I swear to God, I've been selling Major Mist, bro.
I don't know what that is.
It's the
Why was Exhibit A so short? It's just proving that it was them together in the thing, because he's about to actually be stabbed. Like, if the video was longer, you would see that he's about to be stabbed.
Kind of curious as to this line of questioning now at this point.
Okay, I apologize. I was watching the video again, not the whole thing, but definitely just going through the video again of Exhibit B, which is pretty long. But I do appreciate that upload of it showing that he's selling Major Mist. However, Mr. Johnson,
How do you know that?
It shows it. Are you questioning me?
No, I'm just saying that's powerful.
Powerful.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, it does. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. That was a muscle spasm. Okay, I do see what you mean, but what you're saying is, again, Mr. Johnson, that basically Sergeant Mike Larry should not have been there at the time. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And
There isn't a single drug transaction in that video file.
I went
Can we
OOC
approach?
real quick, y'all. Yes, you may.
Is the gun store a public place? Open to the public?
The gun store is a public place. The last time I checked.
So anybody can go there anytime they want to, correct? Without
Correct.
no reason. It's a public place.
Relevance.
You're saying he shouldn't have been there. He
I'm
can
s-
be anywhere he wants.
I'm saying there was not a single drug sale.
He's saying there
alert
wasn't a
within
call, so
that
there was no
entire-
reason for him to go there.
Correct.
We will clarify why he was there since he's so interested and want to know why he was there.
It was already part of the testimony that there was a drug sale, an anonymous tip that came up.
Sir, I understand that, and you're right. There was an anonymous call. That's
But
why there
we're
was a
trying
red
to
dot.
figure out.
You want to figure
how
out why he
did-
was there initially? We will
He-
clarify that for you.
No, you said that he had a drug sale in his.
Y'all, my son is in the back and my nephew.
He went to the gun store was because of
Don't.
somebody stealing a car.
That is not
and
why
that-
he went there. Nobody's ever said
No,
that he
no.
went
What
there
she,
for
what she,
somebody stealing a car.
what she's saying is there is only evidence of there being a stolen vehicle at that location, or even maybe not even at that. So Your Honor, Your Honor.
Yes, I have to agree with the state that there is a call to that location. We've already established that. There is a call to that location, and either way, whether it was a drug sale or it wasn't, there was a call that prompted Sergeant Mike Larry to be at that location, which he then saw hand-to-hand contact.
So wait, can I time out here? Can I time out here? What are we saying about this video? The video proves there isn't a single drug sale. What are we saying here? That nobody's supposed to know that there's that nobody can see the mist at the bottom of the screen. Is that what we're saying here?
Yeah, that's pretty powerful. Like I was told, right? That's powerful.
Here we go.
But that's used. No, but that's used as evidence all the time in this dynamic.
Not in this way.
Yeah, so we can see, in that video, we can see that he is selling something. We all know what it is, right? But because of the mechanics of the game over there,
We can't say what it is,
So,
right?
So this whole court dynamic should allow that. This whole court dynamic should be based off the dynamics of the city that we're currently in, and the dynamic that we're currently in is this game, and all of the dynamics should be allowable.
My life
I don't
is
know
not a
what
game.
we're talking.
Man,
All of the dynamics of this city should be allowed. What are we saying here?
We can really negate this whole conversation.
well, I was gonna say, so okay, we can say
selling anything.
it is still,
He is
yeah.
charged
So
with possession of
they'll allow that
sales.
it
So
is.
whether or not
But
We're trying to
if intent
is irrelevant with the charges.
and intent to sell is only after probable cause is established. When I'm saying there was no probable cause to search, there was no alert.
That was based on the call, the alert. We've already established there was an alert, sir. Where have you been this last 2 hours? We've established that already.
We have established that there was alert and reason for Sergeant Mike Larry to show up at the location. That is the red dot on the map.
To investigate a vehicle. Did he ever investigate the vehicle?
No. Let me get out of there.
No.
Look at Bailiff getting pissed off.
He was responding to just because
there was no
with something that you may or may not be able to say anyway because you're not in a call.
drug sales. That's what we're trying to say.
Yes, and you are correct. There isn't. We did not hear a dispatch for that. However, Mrs. Johnson, Sergeant Mike Larry arrived to that location due to a dispatch call. From what he saw was hand-to-hand contact that he watched over and over before pursuing the defendant.
In his angle, he could not have seen he could not have seen if he was hopping over. He could not hop over a wall, hide in bushes.
Yeah, and
He did not hop over the wall.
What?
and you can't get up off the floor because now you're dead. What are we talking about here? This is craziness. I feel like I'm living in the bizarro world. Honestly.
Someone call me a medic.
Now all of a sudden, this guy's gonna get revived, but we're not living in the dynamics.
Can someone call, please? Someone call me a medic, please. Oh.
Nephew, thank you so much for the roses. I'll see you over.
Stay with me. Stay with me.
Yep, revive him and bring him back to life, because this is not a video game.
Stay with me.
Yo, you killing it.
Man, bro, that's fine.
You killing it. Fuck.
That's fine.
Look, yeah, see, I'm glad he'll good, but I love that Paul.
Wow.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
Wow.
You OOC as a motherfucker, bro.
That's fine.
You OOC as a motherfucker.
No, I don't feel sympathy. Take him to the hospital.
Okay, all right, that's enough.
Go ahead. Put him on CPR.
All right. We may have to.
That should be proof enough. That video should be proof enough, Your Honor. And if it's not, then this is.
Damn, you really gonna be bitching?
Give me one moment. Give me one moment, Mr. Johnson.
Chief.
Like, man, you pissing me off.
Hey, Chief.
I don't use this language. I don't use
Chief.
this language.
Chief.
Okay.
You will be held in
Tommy
contempt.
got his fucking dick in between his legs. Like, come on, bro.
Oh my God.
Let it breathe. Like, you pissing me off. You fucked up everybody's eyes on a good fucking case.
I'm glad you got the
So what is going on?
So we showed a video.
He going OOC talking about the dev, talking about this is a game, whatever. That's out of character, my nigga. What you mean? You just fucked up everybody's eyes.
Can y'all take this into the judge chamber?
We need this in the back room, please.
Because we all have eyes.
It just got real.
Do we need a continuance?
Please. Cause
Do we need a continuance?
Yes,
this
please.
is insane.
It's long. Can we continue it? And then I'll make sure, just in case if this happens again, I'll be more prepared to step in. I apologize.
Please definitely be prepared to.
I have a quick question. This is, I think what's going on is because we discussed this separately. There's other interactions in city that require hand to hand, and we understand that.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
What we're trying
Yes,
to
ma'am.
figure out is just because PD sees a hand to hand, does that now mean they can search everybody because they see a hand to hand?
No, it doesn't.
Two things must happen. They must have the anonymous call, so they must get dispatched.
I'm sorry.
But in
Hold
order
on.
for them,
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It's almost over with. Close.
Give me just a moment.
When I tell you I busted out dying. Because it's not his fucking.
Excuse me, sir.
Not his fucking.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, I can hear you now. That was me. Something was loud in my ear.
I cannot even get it out, y'all. I'm literally in
Oh,
tears.
okay.
Y'all, no, real quick. Please don't go. Please don't go. Real quick.
So, are we going to reschedule?
Oh my God, the tears in my eyes. Y'all have no idea. Like, no.
So no wait. Hold on. Let me finish. So listen, we're in a court case, right?
He ended up dying, King. The fucking DA. He literally died. And then Chief crashed the fuck out on Tommy. Like, crashed out. Oh my God. When I tell you the tears in my eyes, bruh, I am fucking crying.
Proceeding be based off of the dynamics of the
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm back. I was literally in
There's a
real
lot going on in
tears.
here.
When I tell you I was in real tears, I promise y'all I was in real tears. Ooh.
I mean, as a staff though, which this could just happen later on, there does need to be discussions of what we're going to allow or not allow, because
No,
if
so
cops do have body
Sky.
cam, that's understandable. But if somebody is actually doing something legal, how are they to prove that they're doing something legal if
Right, and I do understand that. Right. No, we are accepting videos. We are accepting videos. However, it has to be painted in a particular way. It can't say body cam. But as far as like, there is procedure. If there is a sale going on, it will show up, or I want to say sale, but if there is some sort of activity, illegal activity or criminal activity going on, it will show up as a red dot, which prompted the sergeant to go to that said location with the red dot, which is where he saw the hand-to-hand contact.
Yeah, no, I understand it. And honestly, my whole thing was, because like I said, this is off topic. Obviously, yes, he had drugs on him, but at that actual current time, he wasn't selling them. So now it's like, it's
right, which I completely understand what you're saying.
Doing at the current time,
he's not going to jail for that. That's not what he's being charged for. He's being charged for his firearm, the multiple firearm, and the fraud that was found. And also the defense did submit
the charges and added the drugs.
No, they have that's all from search, but not him actually selling the drugs. That charge isn't there.
I'm not talking about the. I'm not.
And he did switch the sale. It's also very possible that he did switch the sale, Sky. So it is very possible that he was selling Major Miss, switched to drugs, selling Major Miss, switched to drugs, goes back and forth. Because if you're smart, you're going to do that. You're also going to move locations. You're not going to stay at the same location.
No, that's what I was confused about, because the whole DAs and PD
Thank you, nephew.
they saw hand to hand, but I was like, all of those illegal and legal interactions all have the same hand to hand. So
exactly, right. And we've already
Actually they don't. They don't.
Well, not wigs.
Not wigs. Not wigs. They don't.
No. Even to the situation of the mist and the other thing. The other thing is like a clear bag, and the mist is you don't see it.
I'm not gonna lie, we tested it out. We knew that the hand to hand has a baggie, so that's why we were asking if it is a baggie scene.
Right.
So
that's, and it isn't, but it isn't. But another red flag is the ped that killed him. Yeah. That's another red flag, because when you're selling legal items,
angry people.
Exactly.
Angry people kill out of nowhere. Maybe he was having a bad day that day.
But apparently, with Game Dynamics,
Hey, ladies.
Hey. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
Thank you.
We're doing well. You look amazing, Rebel Simmons.
I almost not recognized you.
Really?
Yes. Like, who
Y'all
the
look
hell?
good too. How was the
It's still going.
Oh my God, it's still going. It's still going. We're actually doing a continuance. Yeah, we're gonna do a continuance though, because DA Trey Webbs died from hunger.
What the fuck, bro?
When I tell you I lost it over here.
Are you serious?
It's the way he slid down the front of the. Oh my God! When I tell you, I was like, "What happened?"
I was in my head because I got stuff going on, and then I came back like, "What happened?"
But still, it's still.
I almost fell asleep twice.
Oh my God! Yeah, this has been a very, very long, strenuous case, and yeah, it's time to ask for a continuance on this.
Yeah,
that's why I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Wait, he died too? Oh,
this is kangaroo court. This is craziness.
He called our court kangaroo court?
He did. He did. Yes, he did.
He's upset. Okay.
He's very upset.
You don't hear them back there?
Yeah, I hear them.
Yeah.
They're very loud.
Going off.
They're very
left
loud.
a shot on.
So yeah.
I'm trying to hear all the tea.
You see your
Right. Me too.
I can't. Miss Banks, I can't with you.
See your nephews and your son.
Where did the defendant go?
And they came in the middle.
Yeah.
Where did the defendant go?
Oh, he left.
Okay. Because we are going to call a continuance, so it don't matter. Let me check in on Chief.
Okay.
No, he called the
Y'all, it's a mess.
Asking a question. That's all I'm asking.
Miami did the sit because you went OOC. It wasn't based off of what the trial was
I'm just
about.
asking a question. That's all I'm asking.
I didn't go OOC, Peaches.
Yes, you did.
Bringing up the dev of the city, and that you used to be
Yeah, like that. That's OOC.
That's not. Wait, I used to know. Hold on. I was.
Okay, but
I
you
was.
saying dev of the city? That's definitely.
That's a matter of no. That's a matter of appeal.
No,
that's a matter of appeal.
You should have worded it a different way.
You said
I did. I said gov.
No,
I said. I said.
Dev.
Yes, I'll run it back. Run it back. I need the court transcript. I said government dev. I said government dev. No, run it back. I said
He
government.
said
Do we have a
dev. He
transcript?
definitely said dev.
Don't we have a clerk? Don't we have a clerk?
Okay, yeah, we. Anyway,
So then I want to see where I did not say government dev, because I specifically said government dev for a reason.
It's in my eyes for a reason. For now, but I will have
Thank
it.
you, and I do want to see that.
I just have a question. What are we doing with this case now?
Like, this case is
Because-
obviously crazy.
Because you didn't like the answer, so you tried to act three different times.
Because I got two people lying on stand saying they don't get alert every time a drug sale happens. That's what pissed me off.
Miami's saying that it doesn't.
has also been changed since you've been chief. You haven't been.
I understand.
Did we not say that?
Miami
Did we
said
not
it.
say? Did we not say it's been
I'm
changed?
not shifting you. I'm not shifting you, Peaches. I'm
police
shushing
right now.
I'm shushing
Therefore,
Candy.
she would know what's going on. But because you
And she's
were
lying.
Yeah, he said we can call it
can't say that,
dev,
sir.
and then he
It's
caught
him.
himself and said
AB
the
just
government
confirmed
dev.
I didn't
You
confirm
cannot
anything. I
confirm.
asked a question. I asked
can't
Miami
say
a
she's
question.
lying. And again, no, she didn't. Okay, see,
I asked the question to Miami.
and that
Miami
is
said
your-
that
that is your
it'll give a
problem,
red
boss.
dot if it's a drug deal. That's what Miami just said.
And that is an alert, and it's on the screen.
That's what Miami
as we've
said.
talked about several times.
So hold on. So that means
That's what Miami just said. She just said.
Okay, so
Yeah,
question.
he's
Is this
struggling
not a
to take
DOJ
that
case?
L.
Is it now a government set? I just need to know.
no.
No,
We
at this
don't know.
point, at this
Charge
point,
him,
y'all
please.
need to just y'all do whatever y'all want at this point, cause this is giving me a headache. Cause
Okay, come on, Judge Diamond.
Honestly, I'm about to.
Please. God damn. Shit.
Can I actually speak with you, Eris?
Yes.
I did not want to do a continuance, but is it looking like that's what needs to happen at this point?
Honestly, I would just go ahead and just render a verdict from the information that we have. Cause
Okay, that's what
continuing on with
it's
this-
either gonna do that, but there's nothing else to fight. You know what I mean? It's as simple as
Yeah,
that. There
correct.
is a dot that
And
shows
they-
up. He went to that dot.
They keep arguing about he wasn't selling drugs, but he's not being charged with
He's
selling
not being
drugs.
charged with selling drugs,
it's
so I'm
like,
not sure.
okay,
But their
we-
point
we
is
get-
oh well, he should have never been arrested. No, he had
But
probable
no,
cause
we-
to
we
arrest.
show-
It just
correct,
is what it is. But he got lucky. That's really what happened. He got lucky, and we moving on. That's it. So yeah, I'm gonna go out and give this verdict.
Wait. When you say he got lucky, what you mean?
Like basically, there is no real proof that he was selling drugs at that time, but when he got there, there's no real proof of that. We do know that. However, he got the call, showed up.
Miss Major, can I talk to you for a second?
Yes, come on.
Hey, can I I still
You
need
okay,
because
Sergeant?
I need some hear me?
What's going on?
Am I still needed? Yeah, this kind of ran over.
I believe they're done, and I'm about to give the verdict, so you can go if you need to.
Okay, I'll ask Trey what happened later. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I was like, what about this up? I gotta go take my medicine.
Bro, he need to be suspended for 2 days. Yo, like the fight in this court. When I tell y'all that's what it looked like in the fucking case files. Like, my family know how stressed I've been about this shit. Like, my family very much understands that DOJ been dragging me to hell. My kids, my husband, my sisters, my nephews, they all know that this shit has been dragging me. This is the fucking case. When I tell you I was like nervous even, I got up like, oh my God, like this case is today, like this case file was ridiculous. No, it really was. And I get what they're saying. They're like, there's no way to prove it. Which, like, at this time, unfortunately, he is going to have to bite the bullet, take his 30 months and probation. I do want to ask Eris how we're running probation. So is it like on a weekly basis? Is he going to have 7 days probation? What's the max of probation? I do want to ask her how that's running, because I don't want to give somebody 30 days probation and really they only supposed to max is like 14 days. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, trying to figure that out, but he is definitely being sentenced. He's being sentenced 30 months. Stop playing with me. He's not being charged with selling drugs. He has a copious amount of drugs on him with intent to deliver. So with that being said, that is the like basically all of his charges is what was searched and found. Everything that was seized, those are what his charges are. It's not drug deal because we don't know. Oh, no, I'm not on shout. My mic just loud as fuck. I'm not on shout, though. It's on normal. Hey, nephew. Not where's the news reporter? So, yeah, that's the situation right now. So we gonna check and see, I guess, what happened. So I'm gonna go in here and see what they talking about.
Is because of that call.
I screenshotted
Which
the
is
call.
why
I screenshotted the call and dropped it in the as
Well,
my
that's the thing, we
evidence.
don't-
As the evidence that the call that he received was 4 blocks away from the gun store. So he shouldn't have been in that area. That's the all I was saying.
Let me just. So we're saying that hand-to-hand transactions, even though there's dynamics that are different between a legal hand-to-hand transaction and an illegal hand-to-hand transaction, is sufficient enough and probable enough cause to arrest. Is that what we're saying here? If there is a call,
there's 2 things that must happen. There must be a call, right? They have to get an alert that someone is selling drugs, right? And once they get that alert, they then have to go to the scene and watch surveillance. And once they see a hand-to-hand, then they can approach, detain, and question. If they're not selling anything illegal, then then they'll let go and apologize for it. But if they are found with illegal,
does it have to be a drug sale call?
I think he
Or
might
it
have
can
been
be any call.
what do you mean it can be any call? I am not 100% sure how PD works. This is just the information that from when
I
I had
understand
a
that, but that's
conversation
what
with
I'm
the
just trying to. I'm just trying to clarify. It has to be a drug sale call or any call.
It can be any calls.
I was gonna say I'm almost certain it could be any call.
You know, if they respond to a brandishing a firearm, a shooting, or
And they show up and somebody's doing hand to hand
Girls out
or
there
somebody.
selling wigs. So for girls out there selling wigs in the vicinity of a group of people that just so happen to be in an altercation, police have probable cause to search her. Is that what we're saying?
If they suspect
Which is a
that
good
she
question.
selling something illegal, correct.
Well, that's
if she's in the
wait
midst
though.
of
How do?
if she's in the, because you just said that she's in the midst of an
But
illegal.
But that's what I'm saying. What
crime
classifies what classifies suspicion?
being on a crime scene.
Yeah, but our client did not run.
If I get,
they stated, and usually criminals run from the police. He stand there.
So the cop is there to investigate car theft.
Oh.
Let me get off my controller.
So the cop is there to investigate a car theft, and that means that a person standing on a porch is.
But no, he was there because he got a drug call alert.
That's still up in the air. That's still up in the air because that's not.
So this is the thing. We have to go with the information we've been given.
I understand that, but a red dot on the map just means that there was a call at the location.
It doesn't mean that it was a drug sale. They trying to put it in y'all heads. That's what's messing us up. That is a drug sale. They get an alert on the screen.
And that's why I mentioned government dev, because the only person that can really validate that is government.
And that's why I had asked about the video.
Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on.
Because there are two different. The video, the one you told me I have to find an expert witness.
Correct.
Hold on, y'all. I need to stop this because these alerts are driving me crazy.
You see a baggy hand on, but the client
this is. I think this is where we keep getting confused. That your client wasn't charged with selling.
No, but he said that he saw that a hand-to-hand transaction.
Yeah,
correct.
But that's
he
what
didn't
we're
say
trying
it was illegal, or that's the thing. PD doesn't know if it's legal or illegal until they search. So your argument is that it was an illegal search.
It was an illegal. That's our argument. It was an illegal search.
Arrest and illegal arrest.
Search. In a hand-to-hand transaction, what you're saying is a hand-to-hand transaction for an illegal drug sale. There's a baggie. There's actual visible baggie within that transaction.
Again, I don't know. I don't know that. I've never sold drugs, and I've never been a police officer. So all I can go off of is what the chief of police tells me. And again, I understand, certain mechanics of the game. If they're dressed up nicely, then typically it is a legal item that they're selling. However, we can't just judge off of that. Like we can't just assume anything. PD can't just assume anything. They have to be for sure. And so that is why once they get the call, they have to witness a hand-to-hand. If they witness a hand-to-hand and, okay, there were no drugs, then, he's let off. Sorry. But it seems like the officer ran into an even deeper issue when he checked them to see, when he searched them, he found, several weapons?
And most of them was legal guns.
As a gun storm.
So I feel like that probably should have been you guys' argument. The argument that you guys had was, oh, he wasn't selling drugs. Well, he wasn't charged
with selling drugs.
No,
he was charged with illegal counts of firearms.
Right.
But that happened after probable cause to search, though.
So basically what they're saying is that he shouldn't have been arrested or searched in the first place because the officer shouldn't have been there. That's basically what they're trying to say.
Not that he shouldn't have been there, but there was no probable cause, because even what I'm saying is, even doing hand-to-hand transactions in this dynamic doesn't constitute illegal drug sales. And it's a crazy precedent to say that a girl standing at Mira Park amongst a shooting scene that happens clear across the park is now a suspect and is able to be searched.
They would run the GSR on her. That would be pretty simple.
But she would still be searched. But that's a shooting scene.
I don't believe she would be searched.
Hold on. So let me rephrase that.
Hold on, wait. Let me be clear. If she is in the midst of a shooting scene, just selling stuff, yes, she will absolutely be detained.
Sorry,
she's on the scene of a crime.
Sorry, I phrased that wrong. So if a person is standing at Legion parking garage, pulling out their car, and somebody steals a car and flees the scene, and they just so happen to be standing in Legion garage selling wigs or bundles while police show up, she's subject to search. That's a crazy precedent to be setting.
I don't think so. I believe the two things have to happen. They have to have, but this is the thing.
That's a wild
If
precedent.
they
man.
get a call for you said for stealing a car, and
Yeah.
she's selling when
Yeah.
they pull over, I'm confused why they would question her for selling her wigs. If the officer approached her and said, "Hey, do
Because
you have
there's
any
the only
information?"
because the only proof in
That's
this
the
case
point.
is that the only proof is that there was a call to this location and it was a vehicle stolen call. And now all
Well,
of a
real
sudden,
quick,
Yeah.
when
why-
that
See,
we
I
were on the
think
scene
y'all
of
are
a
seeing
shooting
that
crime
from
at
the
SAG,
dash.
and they just ran a
But
GSR
here's
on
the
us,
thing: is the
and that
call
was it.
came before the call
Like,
came
I don't
before
think
you
anybody
left
should be
that
arrested
place.
if
That's what
you're on a
triggered the
crime, if you're on the scene of a
So what you're
shooting,
seeing is him on his
you're on
way there. He had
the
already
scene of a
received the
crime of a
call.
shooting call. You shouldn't be arrested if they run a GSR. And now if you refuse the GSR and you try to run, now
So
okay,
it's
you
not
get
like he
arrested.
was riding. We see him getting a call and then he's on the way. We see the footage of him on his way to that
I mean,
call
and
already.
then the ultimate.
If she
ultimate thing
didn't, they
is,
move
even
on,
if
not
he
search
was
her.
attempting
Right,
to
that's what I'm
sell
saying.
drugs,
Like, I feel
or
like
even in the
if
process
it's
of
a
selling
shooting,
drugs
how
before the
I'm running my
officer got
court,
that-
you're on
got
a
that
shooting
call,
scene,
it
she
would
get
definitely
arrested,
be
I'm
on
probably
person,
throwing it out.
and it
Because
wasn't.
what are you arresting her for? I don't care what she got in her inventory. It should have been a GSR
So, I
ran.
mean, the whole idea that there was an illegal drug sale at that location is not.
So then my question is, why wasn't your defense? My client shouldn't have been searched because they were called for a drug sale. He searched them for drugs and he didn't find any drugs, so he should have been let. That
He
wasn't the
shouldn't have
defense. The defense is
No,
my client was
the def-
never selling drugs.
No, because there was no. It was my argument was based
No,
on the
because
probable
me and
cause
Judge
search of
Judge set a precedent that if you remember this, if you get called to a drug call, right, and you search a person and they don't have drugs on them, then they are to be let go. If you do search them and they do, then you detain. But again, I think it was just a whole Again, you
That's
guys,
fine.
your
Going
entire
forward,
fight was.
Can I ask a favor of DOJ?
Yes.
If there is a drug alert call that dispatches a person to the scene, or any call for that matter, can it be logged so that we know that it actually came in?
We don't
Because
see.
up until this,
I don't know
up
if
until
it
this
can
point,
be logged because the way that PD is saying is that it's just a quick thing that flashes on top of their screen that says like drug call in progress, and then it sends to their dispatch. So I'm not sure.
I did
how
see
this
that
is
drop
logged.
down. I don't know if it was in that location, but there was a drug sale drop down as he was driving. I don't know where.
We screenshotted it and put it in our evidence. If you can
and
go
that's
on
what
the
I'm
case
saying,
file.
Judge. Every time that happens, that thing pops down, and this is my frustration. The argument of, oh, he wasn't in the car. The argument of, oh, we can't see it at the bottom of the screen. That what really
He's saying
got me
that's
was
bullshit.
you
He's
clearly
saying
see
that's
at the top
basically
of the
bullshit.
screen that a drug sale comes in over the top. He's making he's making perfume sales to civilians, or however you want to call them in the city, but we can't use that video because he's not in a car. Like, that's what's frustrating. We're having court in the dynamics of the city, but we can't use the dynamics of the city as evidence, which is very, very frustrating.
I think if you're talking about, are you talking about the defendant's footage?
No,
No,
we're
I'm
talking
talking
about the
about
body
I'm
cam.
talking
Okay.
about the
Okay.
body cam
Yeah.
footage.
It's
He's making
every-
sales throughout the entire in front of
the cop the whole time.
in front of the cop the whole time, and not a
No
single alert for that location came across dispatch.
And then as soon as he arrested our client, an alert of a drug came on the screen.
And
it
then
was-
two people come on the stand saying that doesn't happen all the time. Yes, I agree. If I sell to you, they won't get an alert. But every time I use the dynamics of the city to sell to a local, that alert pops up.
I thought it was if the local
No,
denies
it's
the
every
drug.
time.
They lied on the stand.
No, they lied on the stand. Every time you initiate a drug sale to a local, that alert pops up. But what
Oh,
Chief
we
is saying
got
is, if
some
I sell a drug
corrupt.
to this
We
person
got
right here,
some
that's not a
corrupt.
local, it won't pop up. But every
Which is
time you
true.
sell to a local, it pops up. But I can't use that because that's part of that not going OOC, part of the dynamic of the city, which is very frustrating. And I'm trying to figure out how to work in this environment, but it's frustrating. And that's what got me frustrated.
They lied on the stand.
We're having court in the dynamics of the city. Everything that is relevant in the dynamics of the city should be allowable in court.
Well, I mean, for RP purposes, like some things just can't.
Yeah, for RP
because
purposes,
then it's like,
from
well,
the
hold on,
game dynamics, we can't.
It's power game.
It's not really power gaming if that alert is what prompts PD to dispatch.
So what we're just trying to understand is, supposedly got alert about a drug deal going on. The alert pop up like how it popped up so often because our client kept making purchases, even with the officer in his handcuffs.
But you're saying that but he wasn't selling anything illegal, so why would it have popped up?
Yeah,
that's our point. Exactly. That's exactly our point. But
you're
Chief
saying,
can't.
Wait. So you're saying that because other drug sales were popping up, that makes
No. What we're saying is every transaction that our client made to a local would have popped up with that alert over the top of the screen. But because Chief got on the stand and said, because if I sell to you, that's not a local, that won't pop up. So I can't use that as evidence. But if I sell to a local, every time I sell to a local, that pops up. And what everybody's saying is that's power gaming. That's not power gaming. If police use that as evidence to dispatch, how is that power gaming?
But this is where I'm confused at, because you keep saying if your client was. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll let you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're saying that if your client,
he's been doing that a lot. Honestly,
then the alert would have popped up over his head.
The police's head. Selling to locals. Every time you sell to a local, that alert pops up over the head.
Okay. So.
And when I asked Chief that question, he said no. But that's not true. He's phrasing in a way to say, if I sell to you or I sell to her,
he's trying to combine everybody, even us who are in game. He's not. Basically, he's saying that Chief was saying everyone, like not just if I can go OOC real quick, an NPC.
Yeah.
Basically, is what you're trying to say, Tommy, is a local.
Yes.
Okay.
But police use that as evidence to dispatch. The local drug sale is evidence to dispatch, but I can't use that as evidence because
right.
So is that? I mean,
you can't use that as evidence because you aren't privy to police procedure.
No, but it's on video and it comes off.
But this is what I'm saying. If they're saying that he got there because, so what is your reason for him getting there?
I'm saying, so here's what I'm saying. If police get an anonymous tip to dispatch based off of an MPC transaction, right? We've already established that.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't get it based off of a transaction between me and her or me and you. But in the course of his transactions in front of the gun store, he's only selling to NPCs. And throughout the course of that entire video, there wasn't a single NPC transaction alerted on his dispatch. That should be allowable evidence.
But see, I guess this is where the disconnect was. He got the call, right? So he showed up and then he proceeded to do surveillance. He watched the hand-to-hand. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know what
the hand-to-hand is.
He doesn't know what your client is selling or what your client isn't selling.
But he would have gotten an alert every single time, though.
So that red dot is what we're saying is the alert. That's the initial call. He shows up and then sees the hand-to-hand contact.
So he doesn't need to see the dispatch over the head. To prove that it's
He's
not an
already-
illegal transaction?
He's already no. The only way he could prove it's an illegal transaction is by searching.
That's the only way right
just-
now per Game Dynamics to prove that.
No, that's not actually true. But all right, I
They
get
aren't
what you
training.
guys are
They
saying.
aren't training officers to, if this person is dressed up, that's a legal item, or if this person is in street clothes, then it's an illegal item. Like they are
Oh.
trained to where they receive a call, they do surveillance, and then from doing surveillance, if they feel like they've seen a hand to hand, they can approach and ask questions.
Pop, where you at? Are you still here?
So I would say that he had probable cause to search your closet.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Judge Diamond. So he's not charged with selling drugs at all, correct?
He's not. He's being charged with intent to deliver, possession of
Intent to-
controlled
the
substance, and then intent to deliver. He does. There is an intent to deliver, but I can strike that. Honestly, if I can talk to you, because I do have questions about probation too, as well.
Okay. If y'all can give us the, I think Ms. Johnson, Airhead, you got it.
Okay, so when it comes to probation, how is that working? What's the max length in probation?
4 days, because the MDT only goes 4.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him 4 days probation and a 30-month sentence. Now, also, he did say something about when I said per Game Dynamics, he said that that's not true. There's a way for them to see if it's legal or illegal.
We're going to have a conversation with Chief after.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure that out because he did say it was baggies. And then we also have to figure out if there were some lies on the stand because, yes.
Indeed.
You ready? You ready, Your Honor?
Ready.
All right. And we gather everybody up.
Where'd my family go? Outside? Baby, yeah, I'm ready to wrap this up, baby. Let's go. I got a sandwich waiting on me, some waffle fries that I ain't ate yet. And I'm trying to do that, but I gotta wrap up court before I can do that. Like, this is insane. I cannot believe this court hearing was 2.5 hours long. I knew I needed to stream it. I knew I needed to do that, but my goodness. This has been a session, y'all. My son must have left. We have a whole, reception to be at tonight. So my son must have left.
Judge Diamond,
I can hear you.
So since we've been in here for 2 hours, give him sentencing to 30 months, but tell him he'll get time served, so he won't actually have to go off to jail after being in here for 2 hours.
Okay. So, hold on. Let me go to Whisper. Okay, so what you're saying is basically we're just going to give him time served. So he basically did his 30 months from being in here.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, y'all. So he's going to basically go straight to probation. The trial was 2 hours long. And one thing about Chief Justice Eris, she does not like taking up people's RP. She does not like doing that. She likes people to be able to RP outside of court and have things going for themselves outside of court. So if court takes too long, which we've been in here 2.5 hours, stream has been going 2.5 hours, she wants to wrap this up as quickly as possible. And that's what we plan to do. So I was already ready. Y'all knew I was ready like an hour ago. Okay. I was ready to wrap this up. I already had my decision, which was that as of now, like we said, probable cause is the red dot, the call that is received. It does show in the video Sergeant Mike Larry showing up to that red dot, and unfortunately hand-to-hand contact was done in that moment. Until there is a moment where they can get surveillance, zoom in and see if there is a baggie exchange, then yes. If not, then like if there's a case where say Tommy saying no, if it's a legal sale, you will see a baggie. You will immediately see a baggie. In that case, then eventually I'm hoping maybe PD can zoom in on a hand-to-hand contact they see, and if they see a baggie, then they can go ahead and run with that from there to search the suspect. But in the meantime, that is our only way to figure out if they are selling illegal substances or whatever the case may be. So right now we're gonna have to go with that. Sergeant Mike Larry was called to a scene where there was a crime going on. I'm not even gonna say,
you know, if everybody's here before I tell them to rise and whatnot.
I believe everybody's here. It looks like everybody's here. So he showed up to a scene of a call with a red dot. He showed up, seen hand to hand. Unfortunately, that is enough probable cause to search. When he searched, he found what he found, and he will be sentenced. However, he's getting time served. So since court was 2.5 hours, he's not going to jail, but he will have 4 days probation, and court fees will be 1.5. Let me go ahead and confirm that with her. Eris, I'm allowed to charge court fees, correct?
Absolutely.
You better believe I am. 2 million. Thank you. 2.5 hours in here. I said 1.5, baby. We're making it 2 million. Stop playing with me. My baby's got to eat. I got a big old family. All right, is everyone ready?
All right. All rise for Honorable Judge Diamond.
I love this Baylor, yo. I love him. Thank you all so much for your patience. This has been
be seated.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I have to make sure you said it was cool for them to sit down first.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. I thank you all so much for your patience. This has been a very long trial, but I do have my sentencing. So what I'm going to do is find the defendant guilty in this matter. The reason being is because, as we understand, officers do have the right to search when they head to a call and they're alerted and there's a crime scene going on, and then they see hand-to-hand contact. As of now, that is procedure. We can discuss that at a later date, but he did have right to search and found what he found, unfortunately. Also, one of the counts is fraud, and one of the video footages you sent in, defense, shows scammer as occupation. So at the end of the day, I am going to find the defendant guilty and sentence to 30 months and 4 days probation. However, since trial is 2.5 hours long, we are able to give the defendant time served. So from here, the defendant will not go to jail. The defendant will leave court. However, there are court fees of $2 million that the defendant does need to pay. And from there, he will start his probation period starting tomorrow, and he'll have to contact his probation officer, Dollar Diamond. Any questions?
Is anybody saying anything?
I can't hear anybody. If anybody's talking in the back, I can't hear y'all.
They asked where they pay the court fees at.
Come right up to me, and you can third eye me.
Oh, Dre, what you doing?
I got it.
You sure?
Make sure you get his
Yeah.
information for probation.
I do need the defendant to come up because I will need his information to give to his probation officer and vice versa.
Yeah, you can get that to the judge.
Yes, I can. I got you.
I'm a little stuck. Hold on, y'all.
They brought cash. Mm-hmm. There you go, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
You need my information for probation?
Yes, sir, I do. I'm gonna share your probation officer's contact. Can you pull your phone out and I'll go ahead and send it to you? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and give you your probation officer's contact. And if you can pull your phone out, I'll go ahead and send it to you. And then just go ahead and send me yours and I will give it to the probation officer. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Woo, y'all, finally.
Is that it for court?
Yes.
That is it as of now.
All
Yes, it
right,
is.
court is adjourned.
Oh my God, sissy. Oh my God, Lord.
What a day.
Right. You ready to go? You ready to go to Club
What
77
a day.
and
Oh my
celebrate our family at
goodness.
Club 77? Let's go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up with them really quick.
Can I
Okay.
come celebrate with y'all now?
I just
Of course. Is it Kenny or is it just family?
I'm asking at home. Can I come celebrate?
Oh, excuse me.
No.
I'll go with you to meet with him because I have some
Can you
questions.
change and come celebrate with y'all?
To meet with who?
I mean, you can come up there, but I'm actually taking.
Are you going to meet with Aunt?
I
He told you to
respect it.
TP.
You know, I respect it. I ain't even gonna say it.
Fuck that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, me and Judge Diamond, we have some questions we need to go over with PD.
Yeah, we do.
Can I come back too?
This is gonna
Yeah, please.
This is gonna be a while. Do y'all want to just schedule a call for tomorrow?
We could schedule a call on the
'Cause I know
emails.
y'all
That's
had an
fine.
event that y'all-
Yeah,
wanna
we're
go.
we're headed. It's in 10 minutes.
And this did run over longer. So you guys, what time y'all want to schedule a call for? It has to be earlier today because we got some stuff going on tomorrow.
Okay, what time? What's the best time for tomorrow? Because if it's early, I stream in the morning at 11, so maybe Sunday would be better. Does Sunday work?
Yeah, Sunday will be great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do Sunday because Sunday's gonna
Yeah,
be
just
bad.
look
Yeah,
forward to
I'm
it,
available anytime Sunday.
Fuck it.
Oh my God.
I do apologize
so
for going crazy, y'all.
You're all right.
You're all right. I understand. I do understand. Everybody was frustrated. You know, tension was high. So.
Okay. Well, y'all enjoy your family's party.
Thank you so much. We'll be in touch, Eris, and then I think we're gonna get back in the. I don't know. Do we get back in the radio after that?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm going to see if this girl is there to get hired, and then I am clocking the fuck out.
I was just gonna say, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm
I'm
going
going party or I'm going to sleep. Yeah.
Well, I guess I am not going to be in the radio no more.
Yeah, we will leave the radio. We'll be with our family. Okay.
All right, appreciate y'all. Real good shit tonight. Real good shit.
Yeah, it really was. Thank y'all so much. Y'all, RP was great.
Ain't nobody in the family radio but Morgie in the Bay.
They're probably in 7-7.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna put that in, and then are you driving, Sissy?
Yeah, I guess I'm out. Come on, man.
We need to change our clothes too.
I go to the clothing store because I saved it in that menu.
Oh, okay.
But you got your we can still go there because you can just do your bag.
So y'all, I am going to go ahead and end stream here. Thank y'all so much for joining. It was a very
I ain't putting Chief in front of shit. I ain't putting Chief in front of shit. I ain't putting Chief in front of shit. I ain't respecting the fuck thing. Cause you did that shit on fucking purpose.
Whoa.
Motherfucker, cause you slow as hell running. You can't catch nobody. I don't give a fucking what the fuck is you. What the fuck is you though?
NV.
You ain't no fucking civilian, my ass. You was out to get his ass any fucking way. That's why you did the shit you fucking did. But it's cool though.
Right for the
But
community.
it's cool though. Cause we still outside though. We still outside though. We still outside though.
Be outside.
We
You
still
smell like
outside though.
outside.
We still outside. Get off me.
Child, what?
What the fuck?
Get off.
Where did my sister go? Cause I think she ran the hell up out of here. Let me call her. She not cool. She fucking spazzed.
See?
Where you at? They was about to
Yes.
have a damn fight out here, child.
Is he?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I have my push to talk on still. Where you at?
On the side of my car.
Okay. They
Let
was
me
about
pull
to
out
have a
front.
whole fight out here. Please.
Okay, I'll pull out front.
All right. They was about to have an entire fight out here. They just better not act up, because his ass will really get booked and really do time. Now, when did you get this?
I don't know. First day, second day, whatever day. I used to see my red one. I ain't driving that because that thing goes 200 miles per hour.
Nope, you wanted to walk, so I'm sticking with it.
Of course it ain't.
All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap up stream. That is Judge Diamond for the night.
Lord.
We have gotten through that. Actually, let me change this and say all this again so that my sister can join in. Okay, sissy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I'm going to wrap up stream here, y'all. We're going to get ready to go to our sister's reception, our sister and brother-in-law's reception. That is Judge Diamond for you. That was a very intense trial. I did not think it would go this long, but it absolutely went very long today. So I appreciate y'all for joining in, for viewing. shout out to my sissy for the 5 gifted subbies.
I love you.
I definitely meant to say that, but the damn trial, I did not think it was gonna go as long as it did.
I didn't either. I love everybody in chat.
Oh, Sissy says she loves y'all down. I love you down, Sapphire. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, for showing up. I do try to stream the Judge Diamond events for sure, because it is very, very interesting. Everything that goes on is so interesting. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for all the love y'all show me all the time. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow morning with the cannons. Y'all already know the cannons come on tomorrow, and I'm hoping to God somebody goes in labor, either Lydia or Leslie. Ooh, who's that?
Let's have a baby.
Gold coins in the chat. Gold coins in the chat. Thank you, Z, for your resubscription. 5 months. Love me and turn that damn mic down, please. Please. You know my mic is always loud, so I don't know why you doing it.
Oh, I'm
because you know
shouting.
it's always loud. Oh, no, I'm on normal, so I'm good. So, oh well. Get over it, Dollar. Get over it. Okay.
Hi,
Thank
Dollar.
y'all. Thank y'all for the gold coins in the chat. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow morning if y'all are going to be here for the cannons. We going to bust it up with that, and I'm going to get my food. Y'all be safe. Have a great night. Thank y'all for tuning in. Now, how do I leave my good sis like this and get over to my other screen? How do I do that? Because I hate hitting my little thing just to get over to the other screen. Okay. No, it don't work. I hate doing that. Oh, Dollar says, hi, Naomi. Good night, y'all. Oh, you talking about Naomi. Oh, okay. Well, her mic is down.
About me being loud. He always got
yeah, you said you'll be there at 12. Okay. We're getting ready now. So whenever I do have cases, y'all, I do try to stream it, and probably most of the time I won't be cammed up just because it's exhausting. I don't want to be too hit on the camera, and right now I am literally hit. I'm so hit, but y'all can't see it because I'm not cammed up. So there's that on that. No, before that, what did you say? I don't know. That's the only thing I saw. I do have his contact for your probation. Oh, sissy, we gotta sit in the car.
Oh man, let me go change real quick. We gonna do that.
Okay, I'm gonna sit in the car. Oh, she done locked it, child. We're fucked. If she don't hurry up. What did you say before that? I don't know. You said knit. Oh my god, I got a whole headache. All right, y'all. I don't know how to close this out without like covering up my face, which I hate. Ooh, put that away. Put that away, ma'am. Can I come over here with this? Oh, I can't. I'm like, wait, can I come over? No.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, y'all look beautiful. No bullshit. Jim dropped the fuck out the sky. Damn.
I gotta go in there and change my clothes, y'all. God damn it. I gotta go in there and change my clothes.
I'll go back in there with you. I want to let you go by yourself.
Okay, we gonna wait. Stay in the car because it's a minute until it
Oh shit.
Yeah, stay in the car. Get in the car.
I'm getting in.
Cause it's a minute until we gotta wait at least until that close. God damn it. Okay. I don't really go nowhere without my husband, y'all. Or my kids.
Listen, that's why I went silent like I was in my head.
Yup. I was like, This how sound I was, y'all. I was like,
Lord.
Cause you don't never know.
It's done. Good. Their card is
okay, it's done. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I was supposed to go. Go to the bowling alley one. I know, right? I was been supposed to go. Okay, let me get off. Love y'all. See y'all later.